Yeah, I've got time.
Welcome to the 20-Minute Gamer channel, everybody. I am your host, Nick, and welcome to the review series of the 20-Minute Gamer channel. This portion of the channel is dedicated towards lumping the games that we are playing into the time frames or time categories, time constraint categories that I feel, through my opinion, they generally fit into. So it's not going to be a hyper in-depth review of the games, but it is going to identify the games in general, the features of the games, what they're about, and my personal review of some pros and cons, followed up with where they lump in the grand scheme of time frame and engaging content windows. So sit back and enjoy the next 5 to 7 minutes as we break down the games in these categories. Thanks for joining me. All right, so the first game I want to jump into is the first game I actually brought to this channel, and that's Bad North. As I said in the very first video of the game, I originally was playing this on the Switch when it came out, and I was totally enamored. I was completely ecstatic when they ported it or brought it over to PC. I got my copy off of Steam. I haven't looked in to see if it's purchasable anywhere else, but Steam's got it. And what is it? Well, Bad North is a real-time squad-based tactical strategy game. So it's an RTS. You play as what looks like to be the English Empire, using a team composed of infantry, pikemen, and archers. You defend a series of islands against a invading Viking hordes. All right. I will go ahead and link the playlist for my Bad North content in the description of the video as well. What are some of the pros? I guess I'll start out with the pros and kind of end with the cons. It's got really engaging gameplay. There are actually a couple of times in the series where I'm not talking, and I'm not talking because I don't have anything to say, but I'm not talking because my brain is just wired that when something is going on, I'm generally really paying heavy attention to it. At least that's the way I was when I was releasing the series. And you can easily, if you're not paying attention, you can very easily get overwhelmed, right? So I felt as though the game really captured the essence of what I'm looking for in what I characterize a 20-minute game. Okay. Content is there, and the gameplay is there. It also doesn't require a lot of time. Quite honestly, even in the later portion of the game, the islands that you're defending, they're still maybe 10-minute islands, and they're all set on a timer. So your waves hit, it takes however long for you to defeat that wave, and then your second wave is right behind it. So you have very minimal windows. I think you have maybe have a 10 to 30 seconds in between each wave to replenish your troops, make sure that you are good to go for the next wave. But there's 4 waves, and that's it. So you are locked into a specific time window. So I think that definitely helps with being able to find, I think that definitely helps in why I would characterize it as an easy 20-minute game. Thirdly, as far as a good pro, there's also a pretty decent level up process. Not every single king or queen that you select to lead your troops has to be built the same way. You could have some that are really built up to utilize their skills. You could have some that are really built up to just be beefy characters. So I felt like there was a really decent level up process in regards to the characters that you can pull it and utilize as well. Jumping into the cons, I've only got 2 here. So I felt as though they're also really important ones that you want to keep in mind when playing a game like this. There's no save point during the match. So, if you jump into a mission And if you jump into a mission and you've got to go, there's no save points, so you're stuck with those decisions. And that kind of leads me into the secondary con of the game, is that it's a mandatory Iron Man mode. So the decisions that you make carry over throughout the entirety of the game. What the front door? We lost the guy. Elric, man. That sucks. There is one thing called the Holy Grail, and you'll see that in my series. I was able to revive one of my kings, but I lost 3 kings, I believe, over the course of my playthrough. So those are decisions that you have to live with. No! We lost one. We're rolling with it. If you make the wrong choice, if you make the wrong decision, the wrong tactical decision, guess what? You know, you're down an infantryman. I've played the game before where I lost 2 infantrymen on one island, and I was left with only pikemen and archers. Well, that really sucks, because if you don't have your infantry to hold the line and be those QRF or quick reactionary forces, then you could be up a creek without a paddle. The game really may be over for you there. Simply put, though, Bad North is one of the best 20-minute games around there. And why do I feel that way? To surmise, there's some really gripping content inside of 10 to 15-minute windows, and that the time that this game requires of you to satisfy a need or a scratch is pretty minimal. So Bad North definitely gets my seal of approval as being a rock-solid 20-minute game, and I'm happy to stand behind this game. Well, that's it for Bad North today. That's it for this particular review. Like I said, it's only going to be about 5 or 7 minute process. I appreciate you joining me on this one again, and I'll see you on the next. Nick out. Holy smokes.